Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. I hope everyone's doing well and having a really good day. It's Thursday. It's also the end of July the 31st. And this is a boxing video. I say that because, of course, I put up a post yesterday that had absolutely nothing to do with boxing, but had a lot to do with another hobby of mine, which, of course, is the collection and use of firearms, which I ended up having a really good chat with a couple of subscribers about. Anyhow, to boxing. I saw a video earlier on today where Filip Hrgovic was being interviewed. Now, Filip Hrgovic is in camp in Big Bear, California, and he seems in good shape. He seems very happy and content. And he's preparing, of course, for his next adventure in the ring, which is coming up just in a couple of weeks' time, August the 16th. He's taking on the former British, maybe British and Commonwealth, the former British champion David Adeleye, who is stepping up to chance his arm, as it were, with Filip Hrgovic. I think most people would agree that Filip Hrgovic is still a world-class contender. I'm hesitating as I was saying it because I was just sort of thinking, is he still? Yeah, but I think he is. He was last out, of course, against Joe Joyce in April of this year. So it's good that he's getting some activity. He won a unanimous decision over Joe Joyce, who I actually thought, Joe Joyce this is, I thought Joe Joyce put up a really good performance. As you know, I kind of worry about Joe Joyce. But anyways, Filip Hrgovic, won that decision over 10 rounds. And now in 2 weeks' time, taking on David Adeleye. Filip Hrgovic, of course, has a professional record of 18-1, and his only loss is against Daniel Dubois back in June of 2024. That was part of Daniel Dubois' exceptional comeback run after being stopped by Usyk first time round. He tackled Big Baby Miller and then Filip Hrgovic, and of course, was the cherry on top of the cake, or whatever the expression is, against Anthony Joshua. And then, of course, he faced Olexander Usyk a second time and was stopped again. Filip Hrgovic has been saying how much he would like a rematch with Daniel Dubois. He wants to sort of right a wrong. And he was very open in this interview, saying that he didn't really prepare well. He admits that he underestimated Daniel Dubois. He said that something had gone wrong in camp. He had a little injury, and then he got sick before the fight. Now, I know, of course, nobody wants to hear excuses, right? And, at some point we say, oh, God, pull the other one, right? And we get sometimes, ridiculous sort of excuses. One doesn't have to cast one's mind back too far to recall the Deontay Wilder litany of excuses for losing against Tyson Fury. But Daniel Dubois and Filip Hrgovic was, of course, a fight that was a technical knockout. Hrgovic was stopped in the 8th round with cuts, really bad cuts on both eyes. Blood was streaming down. We can argue all day whether they were caused by the use of the head or by use of the hands. I think it was a mixture of both, personally, but hey-ho, it doesn't really matter because, of course, the victory was awarded to Dubois, and, of course, then he went on and tackled Anthony Joshua without any controversy at all. And then, of course, we all know what happened back a couple of weeks ago with Usyk. But Filip Hrgovic was saying how much he would like to have the opportunity to right that wrong. That is the fight that he wants most. With respect to the David Adeleye fight, he was saying that he was somewhat surprised to get the call to fight David Adeleye. And he said the offer was good, so he accepted it immediately. And hopefully, win, lose or draw, there won't be any excuses, because he has said now that he's having this really good camp in Big Bear and everything's well. So, you know, touch wood, as it were, nothing goes wrong. So whether he wins or whatever, he won't have anything to say about it. I'll do a video closer to the time. My initial thinking is that Filip Hrgovic will have much more experience and should prevail. But David Adeleye has got an excellent record as well. 14 wins, 1 loss. The only loss is to Fabio Wardley. So I think it'll be a very good fight, to be perfectly honest. And it's something that tomorrow I'm going to chat about with my guest, Jamie, who's returning from a 2, possibly 3 week hiatus. So it'll be great to have Jamie back. In wrapping up, there was one other question that Filip Hrgovic was asked, and that was about Daniel Dubois quitting. So far, we have a number of professional fighters who've said that Daniel Dubois did quit, most notably Tony Bellew. I believe Derek Chisora has said the same thing. And some have said, no, he didn't quit. Tyson Fury said he didn't quit. And interestingly, Filip Hrgovic said he didn't quit either. He thinks that what happened is Usyk, and I'm going to use his words, he took Daniel's soul. You know, he broke his spirit, I suppose, which sort of makes sense, because as we've said on this channel before, I think Daniel Dubois, you could hit him with a baseball bat repeatedly, but if he thought he had a chance to take that bat off you and give you a hiding, he wouldn't quit. But when he mentally doesn't think that there's anything else he can do, it's like he gives up. I think that this is something for a sports psychologist to address, not anything else. I mean, so, you know, choosing not to continue when you're mentally overwhelmed, I don't know how one describes it. But Filip Hrgovic, you know, said, no, it wasn't a quit. His soul was taken. He had, you know, he ran out of ideas. So interesting. And I suspect he's got a little bit of an agenda for saying that, because he doesn't want to come out and say anything rude, because really he does want that rematch. And it's best to sort of, you know, not sort of run the mouth, I suppose. Let me know what you think about Filip Hrgovic, his chances with David Adeleye, and whether you see a rematch with Dubois. And might be a good comeback fight for Dubois, right? Though I would expect him to have a wee bit of a warm-up against lesser opposition first. Just that confidence booster. I would expect Daniel Dubois to come out against somebody and sort of iron them out in 1, 2 or 3 rounds. And then having a rematch with Hrgovic would be actually a good fight. This assumes, David Adeleye fans, this assumes that Filip Hrgovic will get through David Adeleye, which, like I say, I think he might, but I haven't really truly sort of, you know, given it that much thought yet. I've been more thinking about the other heavyweights contest that's upcoming, same day, the headliner, Moses Itoma and Dillian White, which I don't know. Itoma, I haven't seen the odds yet, but Itoma I would imagine would be max favourite. But there might be a banana skin somewhere there. We shall have to wait and see. Another video to talk about. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Please like, please share if you can. Please subscribe if you can. But most importantly, have an awesome day wherever you are in the world. Cheers. Bye-bye.